Well, the next step, the first step after you've cleaned your 75 A1 receiver is to get organized. And to do that, you've got to get yourself the parts list, which you copy out of the manual, and you get yourself your schematic, and you go through the parts list, and you identify each one of the paper and electrolytic capacitors that you're going to change. And this is a very good manual. It actually tells you what the function of most of these parts are. Occasionally there's a mistake in the manual, but it's very useful. And once you've got your list, you go and find all of them on the schematic, and find each one on the schematic. And this takes a few hours to do. Make no mistake, you're going to spend a few hours getting your ducks in a row in order to get a list, find out where the capacitors appear in the schematic, what they do, and get before you change them, and then make a list so you can buy your parts. And you want to be really sure about exactly what they are. There's .01s at 600, there's .1s at 400, there's .1s at 600, there's .1s at 150. So you've got to get the right parts and total them up. So there's 46 total capacitors you're going to change, not counting any micros you might find later that are bad. 801s at 600 volts, 27.1 microfarad at 400 volts, 27 of them. 4 .1s at 600, a couple .1s at 150, 1002 at 300, and a couple of 40 microfarad electrolytics at 450 volts, and two low voltage ones in the audio circuit. So there you go. You make a full list of this. Then you might as well send in your order if you don't have all of these. You know, when it comes to having 27 of these, I don't have them. I might have 6 or 8 or 10, I don't know, but I don't have 27 for sure. So definitely an order is going out to Newark. So anyway, that's after you've done your cleanup, that's the next step, is to figure out what parts you're going to get and get them all. And then you can start in on the other thing is that since these bathtub caps are located, you know, you don't just follow a lead and have it go right to a tube pin and know exactly what it is. So you get these pictorials from the manual and find out where all these bathtubs are. And I'm going to take a felt tip pen and number each one before I take them out. And I'll put a mark on the chassis too, so that when I take those apart and rebuild them, I know which one is what and where it goes. Now, since this is so parts intensive, you're going to have to order parts and wait a few days for them to come. There's other things that you can do. You can get your deox at D5 and go through and clean all of the tube sockets, all of the wafer switches, band switches, the plugs, anything, the tube sockets. You can test your tubes, clean the tube pins, test your tubes, and you know, get all your tubes in a row so that when you get your parts, you can go at it and work your way through. But you might as well be doing something useful while you're waiting for your parts to come, and that's the most useful thing. There's more detailed cleaning to be done, and you can do that too.